Yes, people, welcome to Crime Daily. Three men have been sentenced for the manslaughter of a 23-year-old who was fatally stabbed in Haringey. Tyrese Annan, 20, from Tottenham, and Mazuki Brown, 25, from WC1 area, were found guilty of the manslaughter of Jemel Ebrahim on the 22nd of October 2021. Abdul Ghaffar, 25, pleaded guilty to manslaughter on the 23rd of September 2021. On Monday, 24th of January, they appeared at the Old Bailey and were sentenced as follows. Tyrese Annan was sentenced to 11 years in a young offenders institution. Mazuki Brown was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Abdul Ghaffar was sentenced to 8 years and 3 months in prison. Detective Inspector Andy MacDonald said, Jemel Ebrahim was a young man who had high hopes and dreams for his life. He had a bright future ahead of him after studying business in China. Sadly, he was unable to return to China to continue his studies due to COVID restrictions. His potential will forever remain unfulfilled due to the actions of these three men. Jemel's family and friends will have to live out the rest of their lives without him, and no prison term can ever fill this hole in their lives. However, I hope that this sentence can begin to bring some comfort to them. During a 3-week trial at the Old Bailey, the court heard police were called to Russell Road, M15, on the 13th of May 2020 to reports of a stabbing. Jemel was found seriously injured and was treated at the scene by London Ambulance Service medics. He was taken to a North London hospital where he later died from his injuries. A post-mortem examination gave the cause of death as a stab wound to the leg after his femoral artery was severed. It was the prosecution's case that Brown and Annan arrived at the scene in a silver Nissan Qashqai driven by Ghaffar on a ride-out intent on attacking any member or perceived member of a rival gang. CCTV footage showed that Jemel was chased into an alleyway between Braemar Road and Southie Road. He was chased out of the alleyway by 3 youths, at least 2 of them armed with large knives. At least 2 of the youths caught up with him and then ran off. CCTV captured 3 men running back towards the silver Nissan and then getting in before it rapidly left the area. CCTV tracked the movement of the Nissan, which stopped in Effingham Road, M16. Brown, Annan and Ghaffar were all then identified walking along the streets in this area a short time later. All 3 were arrested and charged in connection with Jemel's death on 15th of June 2020. 5 days after Jemel's killing, in an apparent tit-for-tat act of violence, Chad Gordon was shot dead on the Wiltshire Gardens estate just off Green Lanes. At least one of the gunmen involved in the shooting was a friend of Jemel Ebrahim. Chad was the victim of mistaken identity and had no gang links whatsoever. DI Andy MacDonald continued, Jemel was sadly befriended and exploited by other young men in the locality who were embroiled in an all too common problem within our great city, postcode gang wars. Jemel paid with his life as a result of the unprovoked, violent and indiscriminate actions of these men. This has been an extensive and diligent investigation by my team, which remains open as we work to identify 2 other men involved in this attack. My team and I will continue working to get justice for Jemel's family. That's it for another one, people. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Peace.